Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those of you in between, as I, your host and dungeon master, Cranio Dad, and you can't see me completely because everything is awesome. That's cute. I love this. There we go. It's a little bit better. That will do for now, I guess. I can do that too and do this. There we go. It's like magic. It's magic. Real life magic. Thank you so much for being here for tonight. We are going to be going on with episode 16. This is Another Rescue Part 3. Where our level band of misfits have been sent on a journey into a underground dungeon, and they have fought dragons and nagas and so much more. But let's see what they have coming up in just a minute. On the other side of the intro, we'll introduce our players. I'll adjust the cameras one more time because Discord is amazing, and we'll dive on in. See you in just a minute. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go around and introduce each other while I move cameras around like a madman frantically trying to make technology work in my favor. Yeah, because that's wonderful. I see myself twice. That's great. That's so good. It's so good. All right, go ahead and introduce yourselves in any order which you choose at this point.
Hi, everybody. I am Wiley Hobbit, Scott, one here known as Circes Bronzemist, the Bronze Dragonborn Paladin of Lathander, the Morning Lord. And I have boo-boos, and there's chaos, and yes, it's good. It's all good. So, that's me.
I'm Kayla, also known as Miss Misery, and I am playing Oddity Price, the Misfortune Teller. She's hurting, but she's not hurting as much as everybody else.
I'm Adam, aka the Nerdy Viking. I am playing Calder Svensson, and he's caught a second win, and he can go a little bit more, but hopefully we can finish this out strong.
Or just, well, finish.
Yeah.
That too.
Because we have this evil dungeon master that likes to, make things hard on us.
I may be frantically working on the cameras, but I hear everything you're saying.
On that note,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Shannon Logic across all the internet, and I played Deluge Marshhand, the Water Genasi Bard who, pretty bad, barfed up a tidal wave, and is just having a rough.
Somebody give a summary of last
Yeah, will somebody give a summary really quick?
Yeah, okay, let me see what I can remember. So we've been in this dungeon. We're there to find this lady who, I can't remember her significance, so think a princess or a queen or something.
She's a queen.
But anyway, yeah, she's a queen. And we got in there, and it turns out there was this big old giant blue dragon person waiting for us. A young worm, I believe. That was actually 2 sessions ago, and we managed to survive the dispatching of that thing. And so, through the course of exploring this dungeon, we've run across various lovely creatures, and we've run into some chaotic magic situations. There's this little frog that I think Flint has in her pocket right now, Frank the Frog. And every so is it or not Flint? I'm sorry, Deluge. I'm getting my Shannons mixed up.
Yeah, that happened.
Sorry about that. But Deluge has this frog of chaos, I think we call it, but his name is Frank. And every now and then he kind of goes off and things happen to us. All good things and lovely things. Sort of like Wild Magic Surge, only frog style. And then Circes, we found the treasure room. Winks at DM noticeably. And in my desire to get 2 single-handed melee weapons into my arsenal, because I have 2-weapon fighting style and I use a halberd, because okay. I grabbed a long sword, and I want to say maybe a hand axe. And upon leaving the room, they turned into a magic item called a deck of several things, and I was poofed into a room with only the deck of several things. And by only the deck of several things, it was almost as if I were celebrating my birthday, because that's all I was wearing. And so I prayed to Lathander, my deity, the Morning Lord, and he suggested that I draw 6 cards from this deck of several things. Following the 2 cards that I had to draw, 1 for each weapon. 1 card was drawn for each weapon I had in my hand. Sadly, the weapons they dematerialize, they don't exist. So, but in drawing cards, I brought some hellfire and brimstone upon the party. Pretty much what the party needs to know about right now, or what they do know about right now, is we just finished fighting 5. Was it 5? It was mine, and then 4 other bone nagas.
Yeah, it was 5.
One of the cards I drew caused a bone naga to attack me, and fortunately, I think enough, we burst through the door of the room I was in our fight, the bone naga and me, and I was, of course, only there with what Lathander provided me with at birth. And I was really afraid I was going to get deadified, because fighting a bone naga naked is never good. But unwittingly, the party jumped in to help me, which then caused each of them to have their own bone naga appear. So we ended up taking down 5 bone nagas, and so that was exciting. And that's, I think, kind of where we are right now. Is we're just kind of, the dust is settling from that. I still have 4 cards that I have to draw from this deck within the coming hour, or they'll all be drawn at once and all the effects will take place at once. But I'm thinking, since all the cards that have been drawn already are all cards of dark suits, I'm hoping that we're going to draw some red suits, and we're all going to become rich and famous and live like rock stars.
Yeah, because that's exactly what those cards do.
Right, because that's our DM right there. That's him.
I mean, it is what it is. So that's I think a pretty adept synopsis of how you guys got to where you are, and it's going to be fine. Everything is okay.
We still haven't found the queen, if I'm not mistaken. We still haven't found this elusive queen lady.
Correct. And I will say, as you guys are collecting yourselves, you're taking stock of where you are, and kind of just realizing where you are and remembering your presence. You each kind of look around, you're checking your armor, you're checking your blades, you're kind of getting the stress out and just kind of wanting to scream, but that's probably not the right answer. And you look around, and one of your party members seems to be missing. None of you can see Rogelio.
Where's Rogelio?
Everybody, watch your feet. There might be a small statue around here.
I'll roll investigation to look around the chamber we're in, if that would be something you think I should do.
Absolutely, go for it.
All right. That's a 17.
17. After a couple minutes, maybe, of looking, you are indeed able to find a very small onyx statue that looks just like Rogelio.
Ah, I believe he is. Shall I just hold on to him for safekeeping?
Did he get cursed?
You notice as you're like turning this over, so it looks like a miniature, right? It looks like a miniature from D&D, and you're rolling it around, but one thing's different. You see the rapiers, you see the cape, you see the armor, you see the old aged bones wreaking havoc on his body, but you also notice that he's holding and looking into this emerald that is the size of his head.
I can't trust
Well.
any of you not to get cursed, can I?
No, you cannot.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised it hasn't been me yet.
That's fair.
Oh.
That's fair.
We have something lovely planned for you.
You still have to go back down to the bottom of that well, right?
I will shimmy this time.
Well, I'll keep him in my pack for safekeeping.
Okay.
See, he's looking at a gem, so I'm guessing maybe that's how he found himself to be in this current state of affairs he's in.
Maybe. It may be. Let's go ahead and bring up the map for our viewers at home. And so there are two doors that you guys have not gone in yet. There's the one up here, and there's the one over here. You did hear motion behind that second door.
Ah, motion.
But you also, I think it was maybe, it was either Deluge or Rogelio that checked this northern door at one point, and you could hear movement back there as well.
Yeah. Rogelio and I, but I think at the end of the last session, someone yelled from the bottom door. Are you guys gonna help me or what?
Yep.
Sure, I
That's,
heard
that's
that.
right. I believe we did hear somebody, didn't we?
So with that, and by the way, I would like to remind you guys that you have 11 dissonant whispers.
Very nice. Well, I need to remind everybody that I do need to draw 4 more of these lovely cards here. But perhaps we should clear the room before we... I have about an hour before I need to draw them.
1 second. How they all go for a pack, pull out our tarot cards, shuffle, and deal 2. Put them back. You should pull one now.
You think I should pull them now, even though we haven't found the queen? Just one?
Yes.
What do you? Is that okay with the rest of you?
Yeah, it's. Well, at least
Sure.
pull one now. That means you don't have to worry about pulling another one later.
I mean, perhaps something good will happen this time, right?
There's always that.
Okay, I will. I'll pull out the deck of several things, the remaining cards, and I'll shuffle them carefully because I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, maybe I'll move away from you all before I draw this. I'll just go over here in the corner. And
No
shoot
one,
me or whatever
no
if
one
you
puts
need
the Dragonborn in the corner.
to. Right. Yeah. So okay, so I will draw a card.
What'd you pull?
It's none of your damn business. What I pulled. It's the 2 of spades.
2 of spades. Oh, that's the one I didn't want you to pull. Balance.
Hopefully
Balance.
it messes up your plan to kill us.
No. So you mentioned earlier before we went live that you've got a bit of a headache right now. Your mind suffers a wrenching alteration, causing your alignment to change for the duration of the adventure. Have
Awful becomes chaotic, good
fun
becomes evil.
with that one.
Oh man, y'all. I'm
So you guys see no effect take place. He draws a card. There's a shimmer of light. The card dissipates into the ether.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm not lawful. I'm neutral. Good.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. Now I'm not neutral good. Okay. Well, I'm just drawing the rest of these right now.
What?
Okay.
I need to shift so that she stays behind.
Oh. Okay. So that
I
would
want to
be.
know what this has in store for me. This is all about me, and I want to know what I'm going to get from this. What is that? The King's.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
that's not good.
Well, this is ruin. So you notice that any coins or non-magical items that you carry that are of worth are no longer on you. Now, part of you would actually still care about that, but the other part is infuriated by the fact that you just lost some money.
Yeah.
Now, again, we are using an alteration of this deck to where it mentions the monastery and stuff like that. It's actually where the BBE is. So.
Well, something's taken my wealth, and I'm pissed.
So again, you guys see the card, and you'll notice that like a couple of his rings disappear. There's still the chain around his neck with the amulet to Lathander. But some of the finery that he carried on, which wasn't much. I mean, he was a very humble servant. Seems to just disappear as the card evaporates.
Pick a door. Just pick a damn door. I'll put the deck away for now. Somebody pick a door.
I guess
I
maybe we should go
vote
through the
one that we heard the voice from.
I was just gonna say we should go through that one.
Yeah, I want to go home.
I could care less. I just want the door that gets me back to my money. Gets me the hell out of this accursed dungeon.
Oddity, as the one who's closest to the door, you check it. Give me an investigation check, please.
Is a 12.
The door appears to be locked.
So, since our sneaky is currently in a fucking bag, I need someone to get this door open. And one of you,
I'll walk over and open the door. Draw my halberd.
The door is locked.
I
guess
will kick
through
it
the
in.
brute force.
All right, give me a strength.
That's a nat 1.
All right, so you
So
kick.
actually, it's a 4. Yeah.
Okay, you kick the door, and it's just reinforced enough to kind of push you back a little bit with the kick. So now you're really angry.
Is there like a doorknob or anything with it?
There's a door pull, the metal round door pulls.
I think he's going to lose his temper and take a swipe at that with his help.
Go for it.
He's pretty pissed off.
Give me just give me a standard attack roll.
Just bounced my d20 off the table and into the ether. With weapon bonus and everything?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. That is a 24.
You guys hear words starting to come out of Circe's mouth that just you've never heard him use this language. And he draws his halberd and he comes down on the door, and the door splits in two, shatters, and is now opened.
I'll kick the door and walk through it with my halberd drawn.
This is a nice change of pace.
Yes, yeah, this is definitely interesting. I don't know, might be able to get used to this.
No, I'll wait till then.
All right, before you see a long hallway. Was it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70? A long fucking way. 120 feet long. 20 feet wide.
I'm just gonna start down the hallway. I'm gonna, yeah, no, I'm pissed. I'm not poking the ground. I'm starting down the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the rest of you wanting to keep up?
Yes.
I'm
Just so
not
that way.
someone.
Yeah, just so that way we can keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do anything or get himself killed.
You guys, I don't want to alarm you, and I'm just gonna be whispering to Oddity and Calder. I think the stick that was up Circe's ass has finally snapped, y'all.
No, I think we have caught fire.
So, wait, I was gonna say, Circe doesn't have the earring anymore, does he?
He was no, he
should.
he
Yeah,
should.
because
You
I
guys,
got my gear back.
you guys collected it and got it back. And during that time, while you guys were getting ready, he put on his armor. He grabbed his weapons. He replaced the ear piece.
You have to intentionally bring it in, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a, I don't know. This is definitely a change of pace for him. Maybe he just got fed up with what's going on with the dungeon here and wants to get out of here.
I'll stop and turn around. Are y'all coming down here? Or are you gonna stand around and just take up space down there? Come on. I'm
Well, you're
missing
taking
money.
up enough space for all of us if you're gonna
Get this-
have it with that attitude.
Get this damn queen found and get me the hell out of here. I got more important things to do than be tromping around in a dungeon with you people. Come on.
Oh, what? Stare squinty-eyed at the sun?
As you're saying that, you hear a lot of movement coming from that large room.
A lot of movement.
Yeah.
See, now alignment change doesn't reduce intelligence. So I'll wait for the party to come down.
Yeah, I guess we'll go trotting up after the grump.
And so what got your scales all in a bunch?
My money's gone. Wouldn't that piss you off?
You've
My money's gone constantly.
You guys hear the muffled cry of a woman.
Oh, great. Kind of roll my eyes. We ready to do this?
Of course.
Do you need
let's,
a nap or something?
I need my money. I'll kind of wander into the room and see what we got.
To your north, there is a bed. On the right, you see a large serpent-like creature, a figure in a hooded robe, and there is a stake driven into the ground with a lizard folk woman tied to it, gagged, hands behind her back.
I suppose this is our queen we're looking for here.
The hooded figure looks at you and says, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Where's my fucking money before I slit your throat, you son of a bitch? I'll
You
draw
hear-
my halberd and start walking towards him.
I love it. You hear him laugh, and out of the shadows, that large serpent figure, you can tell, those of you that may know what it is a spirit naga.
This is the sound of me rolling initiative.
Yep, everybody roll initiative. Let's do this.
I have 5 hit points, you son of a bitch.
I don't recall asking.
25 to 20.
I got a natural 20, so that makes
Nice.
me 23.
All right, 15 to 20. All right, 10 to 15. Holy shit. All right, 5 to 10.
5 for oddity.
Oh dear.
I have a 7.
Okay.
Siete for those of you in the multilingual category.
Deluge.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I have 4.
Okay. Okay.
Calder hit really hard.
Calder, you're up first.
All right, so I guess basically what it is, I see Circe running, coming through there with his halberd drawn, and I'm like, ah, fuck. And I pull out both my axes. I come running out in here, and I see him starting to charge. I guess that whatever's in here, and I'm like, it's like, all right. So let's see. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
They're 10-foot squares.
I just want you to know I'm not enjoying playing this at all.
Sure, but
Oh yeah. Alright, so I can go.
It's not me, it's the magic item.
Actually, I won't have my axes drawn. I'll have my crossbow out, and I will make my way 10, 20, 10, 10, 20, 30, right to here. I think that's 30 feet, hopefully. I got that right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I am going to take a shot. I guess 2 shots with my crossbow at the hooded figure that's right in front of Circe.
Okay, go for it.
That would be a. Let me just check. Crossbows plus 6. So that's going to be a dirty 20
Nice.
and a 15.
Both hit.
So that's good. That's going to be 6, 7, so 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I don't think I can do anything else with my bonus action.
Magu.
So that's going to be my turn.
All right. That is turn number 1 on the dice of 12, by the way, because that's at play. So we're on turn number 2, which would be. Oh, okay. So the large serpent-like figure reels its head at Circe, who approached the closest.
I'll spit at it.
Oh, I expect it's going to spit right back at you.
Where's my money, you stupid snake?
It is going to reach out its tail and attempt to grab you. I need a con save.
Okay. I can do that. I know how to do that. Hopefully I won't throw my dice across the room this time. Apparently I don't know how to do that because I have a 5.
Yep. Okay, that works the way I thought it is. Okay. So.
Is this thing corporeal? Has it got a body, or is it
Oh, yeah.
spirit wispiness?
And you feel as it doesn't grab you and hold you tight. You feel it like wrap around you just a little bit, and you feel this really painful cold start to work its way through your body as it casts blight on you.
Oh, blight is harsh.
How many HP do you have?
That is none of your business. I have 28.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm pretty sure I have a lot less than 28 though, because blight is really bad. I just blighted some people as DM, and it was fun as shit.
You take 23 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I'll look at the queen. I hope to hell you're worth all this trouble, lady.
That is its turn. Where's number 3? I'll just mark. Oh, right.
And am I grappled or held, or did it
Nope.
just wrap around me and
It
zap
wrapped
me?
around you, zapped you, and let go.
Okay.
And the hooded figure is going to try to reach out with its dagger and stab you twice.
Perfect.
The first one is a 14.
That does not pierce my armor class.
The second attack is a 16.
Again, a little short.
So the second one kind of careens off your armor a little bit. And now we are to Calder. No, Circe.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to attack the Spirit Naga. Because I'm angry, and now I'm really angry. So I will roll a 19.
That is a hit.
That is my halberd. Whoops. And I will use a spell slot to burn a divine smite.
Okay.
So that's 2d8 extra radiant. Let me find a couple of them. They're 8s. Okay. Oh, 2 1s on the 8s. Are you kidding right now?
Ouch.
9 and 3 is 12, or 9, 6 and 3 is 9, and 2 is 11. That is really disappointing. 11 damage. 2 of it is radiant, and 9 of it is slashing.
Good to know.
And that's a first level spell slot. Wasted. And I'm going to just hold my ground.
Oddity, you're up.
Hey, I am going to stick my head out around the corner. Wrong one. Get a quick look at what's there. And I'm gonna go after the one that stabbed, or attempted to stab, my dragonborn friend there. And I am going to hit him with a firebolt.
Okay.
That is 17 plus 7, so I'm going to assume I hit.
Yeah, yeah. 24 will hit this time.
Ooh, that is 12 points of damage.
Nice. So you hear the crackling and you can smell the burning leather armor as it impacts. You said 13?
12.
12.
And I'm going to step back around the corner.
All right. Deluge, you're up.
Who?
And I would assume you were closer, Deluge. I would think you guys were all here. Roughly at the start since you were talking. You can't move it?
I can't. Well, no, my Roll20 is just not loading without, like, crashing my computers.
Okay, gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna aim a dissonant whisper at this cloaked, hooded figure.
I like it. What do you say?
It looks terrible on you.
Okay. And that's a save on my end, right?
Yep. Gotta beat Wisdom 14.
It's a 13.
Yay! That's 3d6 damage. It's 16 damage.
16 damage. In front of you, you hear a small... What? Oh, Circe, you hear a small what? And then you look, and the eyes roll back in the head, and blood starts to pour out of the ears as the hooded figure falls to the ground.
I insulted her outfit and killed her.
I'll look back at Deluge and wink.
With that,
That's the creepiest thing that he's done yet.
Calder, you are up. We're back to the top of the order.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stone the crossbow, basically put it back over my back, pull out my 2 axes, and I am going to run up the 30 feet. That's 10, 20, 30 to here, and attack the bone naga.
Okay. Spirit Naga.
Or the spirit naga.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I gonna do? I am going to. I'm gonna for my action. I'm gonna cast green flame blade on one of my axes. So that attack's going to be 21 to hit.
21 hits.
So it's gonna be 2d8. It is going to be 2d8 fire. This is going to be 9. 9 and... So that's going to be 13 points of fire damage.
All right.
Nice.
And then my bonus action, I'm going to bring my other axe around on it as well. And that's going to be a 17.
17 hits.
And that will be 8 points of slashing.
Noted. It's not looking rough yet, but it's looking a little weary.
And that is going to be my turn.
Okay. It is its turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're on turn number 8. It is going to pivot to you since you've done a hell of a lot of damage to it. And it's just going to try to bite you. That is with the modifier, a 19.
That will hit.
Okay. So you take 7 piercing damage. And I need a con saving throw.
Ooh, not a good roll this time. That's going to be...
You're going to want to make
It's
this.
going to be a 7.
You take 31 points of poison damage.
And I am down.
Yep.
I look over. I just look over and kind of snort, roll my eyes like, see, I'm going to have to do this myself.
Is Circe
yeah,
up?
you're really in a position to do stuff.
Did you say it's my turn?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to take I didn't take 2 attacks last turn. That was dumb. I'm going to take 2 attacks with my halberd at the... You said that robe thing is down, so I'm going to focus on the Spirit Naga.
Yep.
First one is a 17.
17 hits.
All right, that's going to be 6 damage slashing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit it again.
Go for it.
I'm having a little trouble managing my dice this evening. I'm going to guess that an 8 does not hit.
No, you swing and miss. The body of the serpent just kind of moves out of the way, and you feel it blow by.
The good fortune continues. Would it be possible as a bonus action to draw another card?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Of course you will. Of course you will. All right, so in an act of, I'm kind of desperate, just beside myself, wanting to know where my money is, angry and selfish, I'm going to pull another card, and it's not black this time.
Okay. Jack of Diamonds is the star.
Hoping that'll be helpful.
Increase one of your ability scores by 1 for the duration of the adventure. Score cannot exceed 20.
Okay.
Or the score can exceed 20, but it cannot exceed 24.
Okay, that seems pretty cool. I'll raise my strength.
All right.
16 to 17. Actually, no. If I raise my con, that'll get me hit points, won't it?
Yes, it will.
If
And
bonus adjusts.
and it takes effect at your next long rest.
Well, that doesn't time out well because my next long rest will be the end of this adventure. Let's hit pause for a minute and define adventure. By adventure, that means by the time this little story arc is done, like our little seeking out the queen, or are you just not going to tell me what that means?
Forever.
Oh, that adventure. Oh man. Okay. I'll take con.
Okay.
Wait, so Circe is gonna be a douche canoe forever?
Forever,
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take the con.
All right.
By the time we actually get a long rest, we should be level 7.
Yeah, you'll get leveled when you guys survive through this.
Like it's been forever since we've actually had a night's rest.
Okay, that will end my turn.
Oddity, you are up, and that is round number 10.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Alright, I'm gonna step back out around again.
Duration of the adventure.
So, Crooked Arse is up and Calder's is down.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm too afraid of that thing, so I am gonna hit that with a... What do I have?
Fire everything.
I'm gonna hit it with a... No, I'll hit them and that's probably a guaranteed. No, I can't hit that. It's concentration. Alright. I'm gonna go for a 3rd level Witch Bolt
Okay.
on the snaky thingy.
All right.
That is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 hits in a dirty way.
Okay. That's 3d12. Where's my other d12? 16. Ooh, 26.
26. Ouch.
And I'm gonna stay where I am because I need to concentrate.
That's a hell of a witch bolt.
Yeah. 2
Nice
out of
rolls.
10.
It's looking real haggard and rough. So Deluge, you are number 11.
All right. I'm gonna cast another Dissonant Whisper at Spiritual.
Okay, what would you say to the Spirit Naga?
Makes in a dungeon so overdone.
Nice. All right.
Tired old trope.
That's a 19 on the die, and it's a con save, right? Or wisdom
No,
save?
it's
Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
So that's a 21.
Fine.
It hisses back at you and says, "Short little people for lunch? Well done."
Well, I don't know how to answer that, so give me a second.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna summon Greg, the tentacle,
All right.
and I'm gonna have Greg attack.
We're gonna use Rogelio as Greg.
Do I see
So-
my money anywhere in here?
You haven't had a chance to look for it yet.
He's gonna attempt to
Well,
bitch
you know,
slap
glancing around.
this thing.
All right.
That is an 18.
18 hits.
I'm gonna go lightning damage.
Okay.
Ooh, 8 lightning damage.
8 zappy zappy.
All right. We roll back to the top of the order for round number 12. Before you do your death save, Calder, there's a loud croaking as heard from Deluge's pocket.
Okay.
Even the Naga's like, what the fuck was that?
It's a 3.
Roll a d20.
Oh god, what does that do? What does that do? Ooh. I rolled a 6.
You rolled a
Based
6.
on party based on party initiative order, roll 1d10 and count. Party member gains additional attack for 1d1s.
Yep.
Let's see. 5, so whoever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, that's Calder. Roll
Yes,
your
it
1d4.
Yes, it is.
Roll your d4.
2 rounds.
All right. For the next
Extra
2
attack.
rounds, you have extra attack. Roll your death save, Calder.
It's a 5.
Mark a fail. We're back to the Naga. Sensing its end is near. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Is that one based on sight?
Everything is fine.
Okay. Okay. It is going to turn its head at Circes. And then Deluge. And then Oddity. And it's going to open its mouth and let out a loud hiss. On the end of that hiss, a brilliant, bright white comes from the tongue. And goes this way. Oh, that doesn't work that way. I need to go this way. I need Circes and Oddity. Make dex saves against lightning.
Can
Dex?
I use Dissonant Whisper?
You absolutely may.
I have a 12.
You have a
A 3
12?
and a 17.
Yeah.
All right.
But don't you have like
resistant.
advantage against? Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
resistant to lightning damage because of my bronzeness.
So, let's roll this damage.
I have resistance, but I'm probably going down. Because I'm only at like 5 HP right now. Yeah.
So, if you passed or you have resistance and you passed Oddity, you would take half of 24 damage.
So 12. Alright. Alright, I'm down.
I'm down.
Oh shit.
Circes, make a death save.
Yep. That's a 7.
Fail.
Yep.
Oddity, make a death save.
12.
That's a pass. Deluge.
This does seem like the kind of day I would have. I'm gonna use Mind Sliver and try to really fix it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need you to make me an intelligence saving.
An intelligence saving throw. It all comes down to this, huh?
Yep.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I need a drink. With the modifier, a natural 1 turns into a 4.
Yeah. Just get it. So that takes 9.
You hear a rattled shriek as the corporal form of the spirit Naga falls to the ground, body twitching. You have 30 real-time seconds to tell me what you do while Calder makes his first death or second death saving throw. Go.
I'm gonna run over to Oddity and try to resuscitate her.
Okay, what are you going to use?
I'm gonna use one of the mysterious potions.
Okay, Calder, what was your roll? Oh, fuck. Okay. Roll percentile die for me. Oddity. Or, actually, Deluge, you're the one who's using it.
81.
81. Oddity. You, from the darkness, you find yourself on the floor, prone, fully awake, feeling the refreshment of a full night's rest. You are now level 7 and have full rest.
Hey, I am okay. I'm gonna run to Cirrus. I'm gonna put one hand on his holy symbol, one hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna close my eyes and because I know something's wrong with him. I'm gonna say and speak to Lathander to say, "Protect your wayward son," and I cast healing hands on him.
Before we roll the lay on hands, I need Cirrus to do a death save, and I need you to roll a percentile die Oddity.
2 fails. That's another 7.
All right.
That's a 63.
63. You feel a strange warmth start with the hand that's on the amulet, surge through your body. You see Cirrus's bronzen body convulse. You move out of the way as this ichor of black lifts above and rises to the ceiling. You hear a deep voice, as do you, Cirrus, that says, "I always take care of my wayward children." Cirrus, your alignment is returned. Calder. You find yourself floating amongst the sea of stars. You see ships on the horizon. You see faces that seem oddly familiar, yet so horribly, horribly distant. You feel as though you're weightless for the first time, unburdened by the things that weighed you down. And you continue to drift for now. What would you guys like to do now?
I'm gonna start start smacking Cyrus and go get the idiot. Go.
What's happening? What happened?
Deluge.
Am I revived or am I just alignmented? Did you actually do healing? What happened there?
Both. Lathander did the alignment change.
Yeah, because I'm two failed death saves right now.
Yep. And you're revived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm at 1 or whatever, 0.
5.
5. Okay, I missed that part in all the drama. Oh, I can't get my hit points back. Oh, there we go. I'm going to look over at Calder and see him motionless there.
Absolutely.
What has happened with Calder?
I think he's dying.
Do I have
Not sure.
full memory of what happened?
Yeah.
Was I in a, okay, so I know I had something with my alignment and all that. Okay. So I will go over to him and I've got a cure wounds and I'm going to pray. I'm going to place my amulet on his chest. My amulet to Lathander. And I'm going to cast, I don't have cure wounds at 2nd level, so I'm going to use 2 spell slots and cast it at 1st level twice.
You
'Cause I'm
feel
at a 2nd level.
You feel the warmth in your hands not passing into the cold body in front of you.
Okay.
With that second one, you can tell that he is dead, but he hasn't gone on yet.
I'll ask Lathander, what can I do to bring him back or retrieve him or wherever he's gone? And oh, thank you for the alignment business.
Yeah. Thank Oddity.
By the way,
Roll percentile die. What would Oddity and Deluge be doing right now?
I'm going over to the Queen probably. See what's going on with that nonsense.
Okay.
Probably Deluge, just like cuts and stuff. Generally being a mother hen.
All right. You see that her hands are bound with rope behind her back and her mouth is gagged. What was your percentile die roll?
94.
Okay. Good to know. So you free your hands and you gag her.
Queen. Yeah.
And in common, she's like, "Thank you. Who sent you? Why? What's going on? Why? I need to get back to my people."
Pretty sure it was your people that sent us. There is a very tall, very handsome gentleman who could speak common pretty well. I'm pretty sure he's one of your buds.
More than likely.
I'll, from where I'm kneeling beside Calder, leaving my holy symbol on his chest, I'll look up to her. Is there anything you can do for my friend here? Do you possess any healing skill, any healing arts? I'm afraid he's passed beyond my retrieval.
She stands up and starts to bring her wrist. She walks over rather gracefully for our lizard folk. She kneels down next to Calder's body and says, "I can, but I need a diamond."
Well, we'll get you one.
I need it now.
I'm gonna
Oh,
toss the bag of holding at them. I'm sure there's something in there.
I'm trying to get my stupid character sheet too.
Don't have a diamond, but will a large purple gem of mysterious origin?
No, it's got to be a diamond for this to take effect.
I tried.
There's a large. So,
Do we have any diamonds? I haven't been keeping
I don't have anything on my list.
in the bag of holding.
I have jeweler's tools.
If
I don't really have much in the way of magic items. I got the earring.
if anyone
deck.
hold, if anyone's gonna have it, it's gonna be me. Because
gonna say, I've-
everything to gems and
I'm pretty sure that at some point early on that I handed
Oh wait, I do.
somebody.
I have it.
I have one.
I have a large diamond comma, clear from oddity.
Yep.
That you must have given me a long way back.
Like
It was
session
stashed.
session 2.
It was stashed under other possessions, and I will flip it to her. I'll dig it out of my pocket and accidentally toss her Rogelio. Love of all that's good and holy, morning Lord, I do apologize.
Okay.
And I'll place the diamond in her hand, and I'll look at Oddity. Full circle. Full circle.
She places the diamond on Calder's chest. And she says, if you pray to a god, pray to them now. And she begins to recite an incantation. The air goes still and cold. Who is praying what to whom?
I'm definitely praying to Lathander, a prayer of thanks, a prayer of contrition for my actions, a prayer of, because I feel like partially I'm responsible for where we're at here. A prayer of, if I need to, if I've broken my oath or I need to reestablish myself in his eyes, especially to save Calder, 100% yes.
Okay. You hear her hiss and say, call to him, call him back.
And I'll definitely pray to Calder, please return, good friend, your time is not done here.
So when they're calling to you, Calder, you hear this. Back in the distant part of your mind. Deluge, Oddity?
Deluge has her head bowed like she's praying, but she's not thinking a damn thing.
Okay.
She's just whistling a tune in her head.
On brand, Oddity?
Oddity's gonna bring out her cards and just hold on to her cards, and she's going to. Oddity doesn't know her celestial background, but she's going to reach out to whatever's in her genes and just say, bring my friend back.
Okay.
Please.
I'll be full on in tears, clutching Rogelio, calling to whatever his spirit is in there, to also knowing that he was sort of interested in Lathander. Just trying to bring all my resources to bear to bring our friend back.
I need the three of you to roll a d20 and post it in
We
chat.
all roll the same one.
Yep, just roll straight d20 and post it.
I have my big white one I'm going to roll for this because it's Lathander colored.
That's fine.
Wait, post it in like a private chat to you, or post
Either way.
it in?
Either way. You could either the group chat or in the stream chat. Either way, just the number.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the first time I've rolled that in the game.
Okay. Calder. So that's a total of 27. Calder, I want you to roll on behalf of Rogelio.
All right.
No stress. It's all good. Just some D&D. I'll remove that item from my...
Okay.
I put it in there in the
I see it. All right. So Calder, you feel yourself drifting, almost as though you're on a boat, but there's no boat. Your hands which have been racked with pain from battle and life on a ship, are finally pain-free. You feel the weight that's been on your shoulders no longer there. You try to focus on the things that kept you going. You try to think of family, friends, loved ones. And every time you try, it's just nothing's there. You hear voices in the back of your mind. One praying to Lathander, another just crying out into the void, and one whistling a tune. And you feel as though you should know them. Ahead of you, you see a brilliant white blue light. The figure of a woman stands backlit, arms outstretched. Behind you, you hear the calls of your friends. You turn around to look at the voices you hear as they're getting louder and louder. And when you look back to the brilliant white light, all of it is gone. Your eyes begin to open, and you take a cold breath of air. And you find yourself prone on the floor with your party members around you and 1 hit point. Welcome back from Valhalla.
I guess he looks up. He's he's looking around. It's just kind of quiet for the time being, because everything is just, he's like taking everything in, and he sees, I guess he says Circe is standing over him, and I guess he sees everybody out of the deluge maybe, and so he's like,
She's over like picking her nose.
No, yeah, just sort of like walking around, admiring the architecture.
So it's like he kind of like coughs and struggles to at least sit up, and he said, "Thank you." It's like I saw the great halls of Valhalla, but I think I saw a Valkyrie. She was. I think she said, I couldn't make it out, but I think she said it's not my time yet. That my seat at the table is not ready, and so I guess, and she sent me back. But I thank you guys for whatever you did to help me out here.
Just rest easy. I'm gonna use my last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
To try, because I'm, when you die and come back, you usually don't come back in really good shape.
Yeah, your P's gonna be a funny color for the next couple of days.
D8 plus 2, Calder. Let the warmth and light of Lathander just bring you back to health, friend. And you can tell he's got red eyes, and his face is all wet from crying. And I do apologize for dragging you in here without thinking. This is my fault. But you're back.
So, thank you. He kind of just like lays back down, just like breathing and just like kind of like trying to take it easy, collecting himself. I got 5 hit points back, so I'm at 6.
Gonna ask the queen. I'll stand up and dust myself off. Your Highness, my lady, are you in need of healing? I have but just a bit left to give. If you need help, the Morning Lord can at least help you regain your strength from your casting.
She holds up a hand and says, "Just return me to my people. I'm not doing well, but I will survive." For a point of clarity for the players and the viewers, I use a modified system for resurrection. I wrote down a number at the beginning of the campaign for the very first resurrection spell that needed to be cast. From there, it moves up in difficulty. The number that I wrote down was 35. You guys rolled 36. So, from there, it will get more and more difficult and more costly.
Well, I mean, we're not going to have any issues after today, I don't think.
No. You guys are fine. You guys are fine.
So you're going to see Circe kind of see what this room looks like.
There's a bed, there's a lamp, there's a couple of book stands, there's a pile of treasure, stuff like that.
He's going to walk out, if you excuse me, and he's going to kind of head back down the hall because some time has passed and he has one card left to draw.
Roll me a perception check.
Deal with Lathander. Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Oops, I lost all I got windows under windows and windows happening. That is a 20 plus my modifier, so pretty good.
All right. You reach for your pocket or your satchel where the cards were, and the cards aren't there.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to be a little frantic, knowing that I'm under whatever contract, if you will, with Lathander for that 6th card. Kind of looking. I'll dump my pack out in the hallway, looking for it.
Give me an investigation check.
That is a 12.
A 12. All right, so you guys see him looking for a while.
Kind of out in the hallway here.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I was getting ready to loot Calder's body, but I guess we dodged that bullet.
Goddamn, Shannon.
So I guess I'd be just sort of trailing behind Sirius to keep an eye on him.
He's clearly distraught, but not saying a word. Just you could tell he's frantically looking for something among his gear. His halberd is still on the floor in the other room, which is odd because a warrior never separates from his weapon.
When go ahead.
No, go ahead.
As you turn around, out of your side, like from underneath your belt, a single solitary card falls to the ground, face down.
Ah, okay. I'll flip it over. Should I draw one off the top here?
No, it's the 2 of hearts.
Two of hearts. Gem. Ooh. Wow. That looks pretty crazy. Okay. So, Shannon, as you walk up, or Flint, or Deluge, whoever the hell you are, I can't seem to keep you straight tonight. I do apologize.
It's okay.
You see a not insignificant horde
Of
here at my feet.
gold and gems and
just kind of appears right there in the hallway with me.
yeah.
And I'm like standing over it. Yeah. I feel like I should give this to the Temple of Lathander.
Seriously?
As soon as I can. Quite seriously, yes. He looks over at you rather severely.
Look, You can do what you want with the coin, but if there's another diamond in there, I'd keep it for yourself.
Understood. For healing purposes, yes.
Yeah, that too.
But this will be for the Morning Lord's work.
I mean, you know what? I didn't see anything. I'm just gonna go back into the other room.
Anybody who sees it, give me a perception check to see if we can evaluate how much that is. Or investigation, sorry.
Are you gonna run that right off of the?
Yep.
Cool. And is that the DMG then?
Oh no, it's gonna be its value in gold.
Okay.
I'm the only one besides Circes that saw this.
Okay, so what'd you roll?
I rolled a. Let's see what the modifier. I rolled a 22.
You can pretty easily tell that it's somewhere between 800 and 1100 gold. All right, what are the rest of you guys doing?
And I'm not making any move to hide it, hoard it. It's just laying there right now, but I've clearly stated what I intend to do with it.
Well, Calder's just still lying on the floor, because he just kind of died and came back, so he's kind of recovering a little bit there,
Did you get your hit points there, Calder? D8 plus 2?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
5, so I'm up to 6.
Okay.
Deluge is probably gonna go over to the queen.
All right.
I just have a question. Is there a king involved, or is it a matriarch?
The king didn't make it through our first child's birth.
Uh-huh. So, what I'm getting out of that is that you're single.
I am.
Do they need a king? Is that I don't understand lizard folk very well, but it seems like we're gonna be working together so should probably know how things function a little.
We can discuss that, but for our level of regency, the kings are nothing more than sperm donors.
That sounds about right.
Don't forget your ex-wife is in town.
Don't forget she's my ex-wife.
I mean, if I'm DMing this right now, I'm just like, oh, so lovely. It's like 30 years of game time knives in here,
Oh, yes. You know me, I love to hand out nuts.
I think Adede probably went over against one of the walls and just sat down and she's shuffling her cards.
I'll repack my
after
gear and just kind of sweep all that treasure aside, leave my backpack on, and come back in to see what the party's doing.
After I talk to the queen, I'm definitely checking on Oddity because kind of want to make sure it's okay. So I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna sit down to you. So
Oddity, while you're Oddity, while you're shuffling your cards, one card falls out and lands face up. It's the Emperor reversed.
Okay.
Go ahead, Oddity, or Deluge.
So your cards tell you anything good?
I don't know. One second, I'm pulling up my thing again. I can't remember the cards. I don't know. Really, things are off. I'm not feeling like myself. Actually, I feel great. I feel like I slept for a week and like had a massage.
Yeah, I gave you my purple potion.
Oh God, what did I do?
Obviously good things. I thought you were gonna die, so I kind of
Took a chance.
I figured you were either gonna die if I didn't help you, or you were gonna maybe. So I did play the odds a little bit.
I guess I understand that.
I want to make one thing very clear, because you're the only one that I trust you a lot.
Okay.
So, if what happened to Calder happens to me, don't waste your resources. Do you understand?
I'm gonna pick up at the card and kind of show it to her. This is the Emperor card, but it fell out reversed. Right now, I don't know what it means. But for your lesson, when it's pulled normally and upright, it means authority, structure, control, fatherhood. It's often seen as the king cards, or the well, king obviously, but the father of cards, the fatherhood feeling. When it's reversed, it's tyranny and rigidity and coldness and everything that's not. But think about that one. But as for letting you die if you want to die,
I didn't say I wanted to die. I'm just saying, save your diamond.
just kind of staring at him. She's just gonna go up and boop her nose and just gonna say, "Shine like a diamond. We're gonna use it on you." And then she'll just go back to shuffling her cards and ignoring her completely.
Nice.
I'll come back in and check on Calder, and kind of like to talk to the queen and see what's going on in this room and find out a little bit about what's up with this. You know, are you familiar with this facility?
You see her like still wringing her hands. She goes, "We can discuss that as we walk, but I would really like to go home."
Okay, well, we should gather up our things and whatever else is in this room. We were in a room with a bunch of dragon treasure. That's not really a thing, is it?
I don't have a lot of experience with dragons.
I'd just hate for that to just kind of sit here.
Well, we know where this place is. We can send some people to come.
You do have followers you can send.
We do have people that could
followers, yeah.
stand guard for sure. All right. Well, then should we go?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if we're leaving, I might need a hand here as he's kind of like struggles to kind of get up.
Yeah, I'll get him up and help him gather his gear together and all of that. I've got 2 points of lay on hands, so I'll stop again, seeing that you're weak, and give you my last, Lathander's last blessing.
Yes.
Just
He
like
already has more healing points than me.
wringing out the sponge.
I suppose I deserve that, though.
So that's 2, so that's 8 points. It's like, Connor's like, he just kind of stands up. His legs are still a little weak, but he manages to stay upright and start shuffling with everybody along. And so,
Such a baby.
I'll walk past Deluge and accidentally step on her foot.
Ooh.
And smile at her. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Take 1 hit point of damage as a...
And maybe give her a little hip check.
How much damage do you want to do right now, Circes?
I'm just making up for being unkind earlier, darling. I'll lean in and give her a kiss on the cheek.
Take 75
Ew.
points of blast
Which
damage.
is
No.
way more damaging than a point of damage.
Take a million points of emotional damage.
Yeah.
As if I had any emotional hit points left.
Exactly.
but your ex-wife is back.
You don't want to know how much damage that woman has done to Deluge.
Oh, I think we're gonna find out.
So with the statue of Rogelio and Queen Okatent in tow,
Oh yeah, we don't want to leave Rogelio behind.
you collect all the treasure into 2 separate bags, one for the party, one for donation. You make your way out of the dragon's lair and the prison temple, back up the long stairs, and you breathe a breath of fresh air.
Is there a way to lock this?
No. You could try to block the entrance.
Yeah, is there any like stones or?
You're not too far away from the edge of the swamp. You can maybe try to fell some trees. That's gonna take you some time though. You realize that now the sun is beginning to set.
We should get out of here. We can.
If you
we
want,
can.
I can shatter the end. Maybe block it off with.
Debris. It might not be a bad idea. At least then people can come back and properly secure the place and so forth.
Alright, I'm gonna just take a chip of mica out of my pocket, flip it like a coin, and clap my hands. Aiming at the entrance, specifically like the archway of the entrance to try and bring debris down.
Okay.
Cool.
Roll me a percentile die.
You don't? 97.
There's a loud crash as you guys hear the stone splitting and ripping from the earth, and rubble begin to fall. A plume of dust with a large force of the gust of wind flies up out of the hole into the air, and you can see debris flying up, and you hear it all go silent. You have blocked the entrance of the cave.
Well,
But unfortunately, you guys are inside of it, so no kidding.
damn.
So the queen, out once she's outside, kind of takes a look around. She goes, "We're at least 2 days away from my camp."
Well,
I
then we
guess-
should get after it then, huh? At least maybe put a little distance between us and this awful location before we camp for the evening.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Anywhere where we can take a bit of a rest would be greatly appreciated.
She kind
we
of
could-
she points off into the direction a little bit southeast and says, "Let's. If we head that way, maybe I'll find some more familiar territory."
Perhaps we could take a short rest before we depart. Is that what you mean, friend? Kind of put my arm around Calder.
I'm thinking something a little bit longer than a short rest. Maybe sleep for like 2 days. But anywhere where we can out of this swamp and hopefully relatively safely would probably be best right
Yes.
about now.
I think we should follow the queen, and then we can camp for the night and at least get a good rest in this evening.
Okay. You guys travel for about an hour or so. You make your way back into the dense swamp, so your movement's a little bit slowed. The cool night air begins to blow through the trees as it can, removing some of the stagnant smell. You can hear the sounds of crickets and frogs beginning. I need everybody to do, is it strength save against exhaustion at this point.
had the
You were fine.
Okay.
You said strength against exhaustion.
Yeah.
Said it. Con
Or
save.
yeah, con save.
Oh, con.
Said,
Yeah.
so 21.
Okay.
I have 14 with my extra con point.
Okay.
15.
You guys are feeling weary, but not quite exhausted yet, but you do need to make camp soon. About another hour goes by and the sun begins to crest and the night sky begins to open up. You can see the stars, the planets, the cosmos opens up like a beautiful jewel above you. The sun begins to cascade the different colors of purple and dark blue, a little bit of orange. There's the brilliant flash of green as it dips below the horizon. You know that you have about an hour until dark.
Perhaps we should find a place to camp where we can still see to get things set up. I can get some fire going.
Good idea.
We can eat. And I don't know about you all, but I could sure use a rest.
And the Army Gamer just resubbed. And we are going to give you guys back to 11 Dissonant Whispers. Thank you so much for that resub, Army Gamer.
Thanks, Army Gamer.
Thank you.
Woo! Yeah.
So you guys find an area that seems to be rather flat. Should make suitable camp for the evening.
Very well. I'll get busy cleaning out an area to lay a few rocks and make a fire pit.
Okay.
Get a fire going. And then help with whatever else needs to be done.
All right. You guys are going through the process of setting up camp. Is anybody watching, or is everybody working?
Well, I mean, nothing's going to happen to us, so it's fine.
I'm kind of useless, so I'll be keeping an eye out around.
Okay.
Yeah, Carter's just gonna keep an eye out, but he's kind of rummaging through his pack to get his bedroll out because he's more thinking about
Okay.
sleeping right now.
If there are any sizable bodies of water close by, either fully submerged or halfway submerged, trying to catch fish.
I mean, there's running water-ish. You're in a swamp. You're able to find some not too far away from where camp is being set up. Give me do an animal handling check for your fishing, and Oddity, give me a perception check to see if you notice anything going on around you.
18 for animal handling.
18 for animal handling on fishing. Cool. You're able to, we'll say you're able to catch 5 bluegill and 1 bass.
Nice.
What was your perception?
It was not as good as my passive perception.
Oh, wonderful.
That was a 12.
12. Okay. As far as you can tell, everything is fine.
Great.
All right. So in very short order, you guys are able to make some semblance of a camp. Deluge, you come back with some fish. There's, half shelters being set up. There's a campfire roaring. Do you guys want to rotate through watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually prefer last watch. I like to be up when the sun is coming up.
Well, I guess I'll call over to take first watch.
Do you guys want to do 4 separate watches in order to increase your chances of getting a full rest, or do you want to break it up to where you guys have more than one person watching? What do you guys want to do?
I think just breaking it up one at a time is fine.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't care which one.
Okay. Who would like to roll perception for their first watch?
I'll roll perception for the first watch.
I mean,
So
like
that way
I
it's
said,
quicker to call it.
like I
Get
said,
back to
nothing's
sleep.
going to happen anyway, so, it's cool.
Perception. That is.
I think this is the most I've ever emptied a character's resources.
It's going to be a 12 for perception.
Okay. As far as you can tell, everything appears to be okay. Who's next?
I'll take a second. 19 for perception.
Throughout your watch, you could hear the sounds of things moving, and you try to investigate the best that you can, but can't seem to find anything. During your watch, you also hear Circe cry out. Let's turn to Circe for a minute.
No, you don't.
Yep.
You do not.
Yep. So Circe, you
I'm fucking sleeping.
you quickly find yourself able to fall asleep. You drift off and begin to just dream the normal dreams. But those dreams begin to melt, the shapes deform. Before long, you find yourself in a cave. In front of you, you are watching people trying to summon Tiamat. You recall this story, and maybe it's just your memory getting the best of you. You see a party of adventurers rush in and fight, felling the guards and a few of the cult. You see the large wall of fire erupt as Tiamat begins to step through. You see one of them throw their hands up and the wall shatters. And then all goes dark. And for a really long time, you're trying to wake yourself up. But you see 10 eyes, 5 different sets, all looking at you, hovering and moving off in the distance, getting closer and closer. And there's a bright flash of red flame as you scream yourself awake.
So I'll sit bolt upright, looking around, looking for whoever's on watch, trying to determine if I'm dreaming or reality. Same 10 eyes I saw before.
Yep.
And is this, maybe I know this or don't know this, would this be in relation to the what was it? That one card?
No.
No, because that's a specific thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking of flames. Okay.
This directly relates to the end of the Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Yeah. So I'm just, sweating and trying to collect my thoughts.
You're
Grab for my
fine.
holy symbol. Oh, deluge.
As he grabs his holy symbol, where it was just a finger, now it's 3 fingers and half of his hand are black scaled.
I'll kind of hide it away.
Go back to sleep, early bird. It's too late for you.
Yeah, yes, of course. My apologies. I'll roll over and try to fall back asleep.
Okay. Who's going to take third watch?
I will.
That lead, yeah. Roll your perception.
18.
Much like Deluge. You hear some things moving off in the distance that just don't seem to jive with the sounds. In fact, sometimes there are no sounds, and you investigate the best that you can, but you're unable to find anything.
Yeah. I'll have my deck out and I'll be looking at the Emperor card, just kind of moving it around my hand, sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you say you have your deck out?
She's investigating the wand. Let her be.
Oddity's blushing. Sorry, I just turned 14 for a minute. I'm back.
While you're on your watch, both Calder and Deluge awaken for a moment. Deluge, you dream of diving for pearls and gems and everything wonderful, finding, plentiful amounts of fish and women and just being happy. As you come up from the water, you swore for a moment that you saw a blue dragon head dip around a hill. You dry yourself off a little bit and go to investigate. And you see the hulking mass of Tiamat walking away. In front of you, there's this silver orb. You think it's a pearl. You bend down and you pick it up. It's about the size of a large grapefruit. When you touch it, your hands get icy cold. And you wake up, catching your breath, feeling the cold on your hands, and you look down, and half of your hand is now blue scaled. Calder, you strive to get those visions of Valhalla back. You feel the pain and the suffering of your long life starting to weigh down on you. Not in a miserable way, just in a, oh, this is a thing. You dream of stepping off of a warship, victorious in battle, getting ready to pillage and ransack another village and take your treasures home. You open the door to a monastery and you see a large white dragon head poking its head over the altar. The cultists are frozen in fear. There's a bright flash of white is lightning, is that right? Shit, I should know this.
I thought blue was lightning.
White is cold, blue is
White is
lightning.
okay. So
Yeah.
sorry, you saw a white dragon head, Deluge, and your hand is partially white scaled. Blue dragon head, and a ball of lightning comes out of the mouth and strikes you, knocks you out of the door. When you open your eyes, you look down at your chest, which is bare, except for a large patch of blue dragon scale starting to cover the left half of your chest.
Oh, this is new.
Long day for Calder.
So, yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a cream for this.
Just a little salve will take care of that.
Deluge is just gonna sleepily look over at Oddity and be like, "Quick, give me the wand. It's the only way."
And to wake up,
Circe.
make him awake, and then she's just gonna go curl up in a ball.
Before you depart,
Crazy.
I'll grab your arm, Oddity.
Mm.
I just want to thank you for saving me before. Something awful happened to me.
Yeah.
And you brought me back to the light.
That wasn't me. That was you.
Well, but you made the connection. And I'm gonna remove my holy symbol and give it to her.
Okay.
I will get another one of these. And I have what I need to stay in touch with the Morning Lord, but I want you to have this as a gift of thanks.
Thank you.
Rest well.
Okay.
He will always look out for you.
I may not be a follower, but I appreciate that.
You do not need to be a follower to be in the light of the morning, Lord. And you've done his work better than most and many of his priests.
And again, just gonna go up in the corner, wrap up.
Yeah, she's like, okay, very nice, goodbye.
Keep it around her arm. I think she's gonna hold on to the symbol just because she just wants to go.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll go take my watch and get in a place where I can see the sunrise and await my time to pray and watch.
And thank you, Chancellor, for the 500 bits and the additional dissonant whisper. We know you wish you could be here. We just hope you feel better soon, brother.
Nothing has happened to Rogelio. Shh, everybody.
Everything is fine. Everything is great. Don't worry about it. You can watch it on YouTube later and just laugh at how great this session has been for everybody. So, go ahead and give me your perception check for your guard duty.
Oh, yeah. So, pretty much, I think Circe might be a little bit lost in prayer. That's a 6.
As far as you can tell, everything is fine.
Perfect.
Except for the fact that near the end of your watch,
Would that be also sort of simultaneously, coincidentally, the same time as the end of my long rest?
we'll get there eventually. Oddity. Everything is just weird. People aren't acting like themselves. You're still dealing and reeling with what happened with Tiamat. And you feel that normal darkness start to enrobe you a little bit. It's comforting in a way, disheartening in another. It means a return to normal for you might be on its way, and you're not ready for that yet. You're okay with your normal, but you're kind of getting used to the things are a little bit better way of things. And you dream about walking around the circus tents, listening to the children laugh and scream, and the screams making you smile just a little bit because it's fucking funny. And the strongmen and the animal handlers and the trapeze artist and just everybody, and remembering that family and that sense of normal. You see your tent off in the distance and you walk towards it. And as you walk into the tent closes its mouth around you. You feel yourself being lifted up and jostled around, and you are spit out after a period of time. You look up and you see that you have left the green dragon's mouth from Tiamat. You are up on a perch of a mountain overlooking, for you, the greatest expanse of the world that you ever have possibly imagined. You can see the sun rising on one side and the stars in full view on the other. The green dragon leans his head close to you. Amidst the chaos, we find our normal. And its long, snake-like tongue licks down your face and your neck. And you sit upright. And you feel, and it's still wet, be it sweat or dragon spit, but you've got running down your face the feeling of scales going down your neck. All of you have had a long rest. All of you are now level 7.
Weren't we level 5 before?
6. Or were you? I thought you were 6.
Oh,
No, we
Oh.
were 5.
I figured we just got 2
Actually, I
levels.
have 4. So you guys level 5 now?
No.
Oh, this guy's real funny.
So all of you have some effect partaking your bodies at this point from Tiamat. Except for Rogelio, because he's a friggin' statue.
I mean, a good statue, totally like a Statue of Liberty type statue.
Here's the thing.
Totally cool.
The type of dragon that is attaching itself to you is strengthening you in some ways. It's not really in the rules, but we're going to roll with it. You have half resistance to the damage type that dragon does. So resistive resistance?
Almost like an antibody.
Yeah. And there will be other things that will happen, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And with that, I think it's a good spot to end for the night so you guys can update your character sheets and I can update my graphics for the next session. Hopefully Chancellor is feeling better soon so we can get Rohelia back and I can walk him through a really fucked up dream.
Ooh, I'll sit in the front row for that.
Yeah.
It's a 6th level.
You say resistance or immunity?
You have
Half
you have
resistance, right?
you have half resistance. So if like say it's poison damage, if it's 20 points of poison damage, you would automatically take, you would only take, was that 5? No, that's not right. You would take 15. Do you guys have anything you want to put out there into the ether before we send our viewers off to somebody?
Is multi-classing a thing in this game?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a bard warlock.
Birdlock.
Ward.
Warbard. Ooh.
So, wait, are we level 6 or are we level 7? I'm confused.
Level 6.
Yeah. Sorry I ruined that, yo.
I thought you guys were at, my mind was telling me you guys were at 6 and going to 7, but what it was is you were holding on 6.
Yeah.
And so, just a point of order. So the alignment thing went back.
Yep.
Because of my friend Oddity. Does the con
No,
point? So that stays.
that stays.
Okay.
Last time I checked, your god doesn't allow evil worshippers.
Last time I checked.
Yeah. So, and to answer a question from chat, yes, this is, we started off with Ghosts of Saltmarsh. The idea of returning the kidnapped queen does come from that campaign. This map and everything that you saw on it is not of the campaign. I kit bashed a few other adventures together to make this happen. And thanks to the party's awesomeness and extremely great skills of role-playing, we are going to convert from Ghosts of Saltmarsh. As we go through it, we're going to introduce the idea that Tiamat is yet again coming back.
No, she's not. He keeps saying that. Whatever.
So it's a little bit of homebrew, a lot of homebrew, and a little bit of Ghosts of Saltmarsh at this point.
Ghosts of Homebrew.
Ghosts of Homebrew.
The
Cool.
homebrew of salt marshing.
Homebrew of
Homebrew of
Saltmarsh.
Saltmarsh.
Yeah.
Salt Brew
Mmm.
of Home Marsh.
It's real fucked up.
I got some kind of nasty, like, psoriasis going on. I need some of that.
Well, it's gonna,
medicine.
I think down the line, it's gonna have a really interesting effect on you as this progresses, because you have bronze and
Yeah.
black, which
that's
they
gonna work
don't,
really
they don't like each other.
And then Lathander, you know, that's gonna be, he's gonna like this.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
Very nice.
It will all come out in RP. But for now, I look forward to seeing you guys again sometime soon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the subs, the resubs, the bits, the follows, and just hanging out in chat. Sorry if I missed your questions. There was a lot going on, and this is a new setup for me. So, yay for technology. Anything from anybody from you guys before we say goodbye?
Don't
Everything is
think
fine.
so.
Yep.
Everything is fine. So we will see you guys again sometime soon. While we wait, make sure you wash your goddamn hands, practice social distancing, take care of your loved ones, check in on the elderly and the infirmed, and much love. See you again real soon. Good night, everybody.